So, yeah.
Alright. What are y'all doing now?
I'm going to rest.
The little dark line I drawn, I'm casually, or not casually, I'm slowly walking down that line.
Look at Deathwatch log. You guys are all doing what you're doing?
Oh, hold up. Yeah?
You hear cackling coming from the far artillery piece. Or the far quad truck.
From a far quad truck?
Yep.
I thought these were all the AAA.
You did clear off all the AAA and did not destroy them and left one behind.
Where's the one we left behind?
It
Who's
has
the one
been
I left.
it has been reoccupied by Gretchen.
No.
Arvag! Silence that fucking gun!
Hit play on that video, please.
That's fucking free.
I should crash into it. Give me a crack in it.
We have 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, we have 2 dropships.
You
Right.
mean 0?
You got one dropship.
And is it still up at least? Or is it just taking hits?
It's taking hits.
Okay.
Hey, it's not
Alright.
my fault.
If
Hey,
you-
it's not my fault you missed with your stupid flame spell.
I never, I destroyed the, this one is, oh, paint. This one is dead. It's the one in the bottom left that you were at that's shooting.
Yeah, I know. But if you want to miss your spell, I wouldn't have had to come and help you soon, you know?
You were always supposed to come back and help, you just took 3 turns to do it. Now
There's
head
3
back over,
hours. I can't
head back
go
over
with you
and
for the
finish your
turn.
job.
Arvex stands up.
And don't
Begins-
fly into the artillery placement this time.
And I don't have to do shit. Y'all already hating each other.
By this point, I'm around right here. My armor's still fucked. I'm still bleeding from my mouth.
I just imagine him saying these things after he said, "Oh, we took out the artillery pieces."
Arvex stands up from his resting position and begins, like, jogging, trying to get to the artillery piece. It's fatigued.
Beachhead, Obsidian, Breach. I don't know. Obsidian Breach. How's it going with those bombers?
Obsidian red puddle.
Obsidian
Bombers
Breach.
are holding back because they're not air-to-air guns, but they are circling overhead, looking down at you.
Well, our fucking dropship should be away with those bombers, taking them down.
Your dropship just got shot the fuck up and is clearly smoking,
How far away
but
is it from us?
it's not taking enough damage to bring it down. It's coming down fast. It's a breaching. It's the Devour Imperial class guard dropship. It's designed to breach through fortifications, to actually drop into something. If the fortress had been taken, it could literally punch through the walls and disgorge its troops. So the troop compartment's fine. It hasn't taken enough damage, but it might not be able to get back off the ground. And the dropship pilot has just asked the Admiralty for permission to beach the ship.
Obsidian Breach, just land safely as near to us as you can.
He's ignoring you and bringing the ship down fast.
I'm gonna kill that guy.
No, don't kill him.
Imperial Navy is not responding at the moment.
Alright, so at this point, I'm going to sprint towards, as fast as I can, towards the AAA. I'm at the Red Cross. I can go 36.
Oh,
Push me around
shit.
about here.
The Gretchens see you coming, and they bail.
They bail.
Yeah, they're Gretchen. They're not gonna fight a Space Marine. They
Don't
take it.
Don't let them live. Or
They're shooting their slugger pistols and running.
Capture one. We need him alive so we can use the gun.
No. No. Let's just
Yes.
let's just destroy the equipment around us. Let's not let them man this back up. Arvak, if you want to get that one in the far, I'll go into the one in the south and make sure it's destroyed.
It's like filled with ammunition and fuel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I bathe it with my flamer and
Yep.
just like cook it off? Okay,
Go
that's
for
what
it.
That's what I'll do then. I will
But-
fire some flames into it.
Automatic success. I'll let you guys just trash the equipment.
You don't want to have us roll and
There's no real need to.
Piece of shrapnel knocks me on the head.
He's an unfettered, so no risk of damaging blood lance, I guess. And I stand there and keep charging it until the one in the south goes down,
Alright.
blowing into a fiery fucking nub. I swear, if that pilot gives me sass, he says as he turns back around, heading up north towards the center artillery peak, I'll tear his throat from his skull.
not through his ass.
I don't know, I'm just going to silence him as quickly as possible. Whereabout is this thing heading down? Can everyone see? A real perception test to see if
He's
I
gonna
can...
try to crash it as close to the fortress as possible.
Okay, how far away from us? How many clicks north?
The fortress is 10 kilometers away, and the wall is between you and the fortress.
Slurping at the blood in his throat, or his mouth. Gets a little bit of revitalization. Gives a bit of a sigh. And tells the other two he's heading off. And he starts sprinting up north towards where the dropship's heading down to. As fast as he can, 36.
Oh man.
Let's go get our reinforcements, cousins.
Ready,
The
gas.
citizens of the Empire wait. Or the Imperium wait.
Radagast, still cackling, decides to follow suit. Fall in the ranks behind Theros.
Not a word. Arvak, give me a scout ahead a little bit, get as close as you can. I don't know, we just need to make sure we keep them alive. I can't believe you didn't kill off the Gretchen at that thing.
Oh, he killed the Gretchen.
No, they just fucking hit.
Yeah, those
Oh.
dead Gretchen did an awful lot of damage to that dropship.
They're dangerous. Oh man.
Admiral Theros triggers his Vox. Admiral, respond.
Come again? Comes the Vox commander. The Vox operator.
Put a message to the Admiral that I want a background check on the pilot using the dropship. He is potentially at risk of being tried for treason and delay and hesitation in duty, putting the lives of Imperial soldiers at risk. We are moving to intercept and secure the Imperial battalion units. We will contact once we are once we have rendezvoused with them. Over.
Brother Theros. That's not how a member of the Inquisition talks to an admiral. You know this.
I was talking to a Vox officer.
Mm.
The Admiral will get the message in all due
Oh.
kind.
The Vox officer says, "Message understood, my lord," and relays your message.
Thank you.
The bridge crew is quickly stunned by this waste of time as they are engaged in space combat.
they, they, they should be relayed the message at the appropriate time. It's the Vox officer. Shouldn't be just interrupting the Admiral due space combat.
The Admiral turns to the Inquisitor on the bridge of the ship and asks if all Space Marines philosophize and moralize in the middle of combat.
Wait, actually, yes.
Do I hear this at all by any chance? Is it just background?
No, you
information?
don't. This is just background information.
Oh, you motherfucker. Sounds like treason to me. You're gonna come back with us flying the ship and a dead Admiral. What happened? Treason. I have some respect for Admirals. Let's just get to this, LZ.
Fucking shoot a Blood Angel today.
But avoiding the Orc horde is fairly easy as they're all distracted by the noise and spectacle of the breaching dropship crashing onto the small air.
Do they not have
Small.
anything else to look at? There's a siege going on.
No, they're the ones sieging.
Exactly, there should be other shit blowing up at the time.
Yeah, they're trading rounds. They're trading shots with the fortress fortifications, but a big dropship coming out of the air and crashing into the small starport that attaches to the fortress is pretty exciting for orcs and the kind of thing they like to watch.
Well, at least they're not moving.
Loud, you can hear the cheers.
How long will it take us to get to where it crashes? No.
Not long at all. Short order. Faster than you made it to the emplacement earlier in the day. You reach the downed ship. You can see orcs firing at it.
Nah.
Fight a bomb as they're going overhead,
How?
diving and strafing the gun emplacements.
Okay, so
There's AA fire support coming from the fort, but you can definitely tell that the fortifications have taken a beating.
and the dropship is down. It's landed, right?
It's one way to put it.
Well, they're sturdy things. I'm sure they'll be alive and fine.
The starport's not going to be usable for a while.
I really hope that we're going to be able to use that dropship as a stationary gun spot. But
Only one of the heavy las cannons mounted on the top is still firing.
we can maybe tear that free.
Yeah? But that's...
And is there anything?
Bueno.
You say there was things firing on the dropship just now?
Yeah.
I'd like to get as close as I can behind this situation. How do I see? Can I take a perception check and see if I can see how many orcs?
Well, we still have all that orbital surveillance if you want to talk to the Admiral.
Yep. No, without the ability to recover the dropship, and the pressure from the Tyranid Hive fleet in space, the Admiral's been forced to pull off with his 2 escorts. They can't stay any longer.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, at least our reinforcements are down. So I'd like to take a perception check on those orcs. Is it nighttime yet?
Yeah.
Excellent, because that means I get an extra 20 on my perception. I rolled 64. My perception is 52 plus 20, 50, 60, 72. I passed my perception test with a, well, just under 1 degree of success. Can I see how many orcs are between us and the dropship?
Did you roll yet?
Yeah,
No.
I rolled a 64. I got just under 1 degree of success for my perception check. So
Alright.
I passed, but
You can see orcs kind of forming a ragtag line. You're not sure here how many are there, but doing a quick calculation, you know that there's roughly around 100 orcs that you can see.
how far away is the dropship from the fortress?
It's about 1 kilometer from the dropship, from the
Oh.
flat
So not far
area
at all.
of the starfield. Nope.
You
And
see-
it is pointing in the right direction.
And did you say there was a fire squad coming out of the fortress to try and help?
Now, there is fire coming from the fortress.
Do we have any direct line with the fortress?
I think you're in box range now. You can
What's the
see
name
all
of this
this.
fortress again?
The fortress's name is...
Arvek, Radagast, we're gonna have to try and get round this group and get to that dropship. There's no use in us holding up here. We need to get those men back inside those walls. I'm sure you agree. I don't think we're quite in the shape right now to be taking on a horde of that size.
How big is the horde?
By the looks of it, around about a century, 100 or so.
Maybe tomorrow.
We'll be able to hold them at the walls, but we need to get those peanut battalions safe. Theros starts to move, keeping a wide bearing on these this orc horde, moving as quickly as possible without attracting as little attention as he possibly can, to make
Should we
it
do a
around a long way
concealment test?
towards the what do you call it? Dropship.
The fortress's name is Hellstrom's Repose.
Could you type?
Yep.
Alright, come time tomorrow. If you've taken less damage than twice your toughness bonus, you will recover 1 point of damage.
Excellent. Hellstrom's repose? Yes, Hellstrom's repose. Come in, Hellstrom's repose.
This is
long as
Hellstrom's
it-
Repose.
How long does it take for a fatigue point to be lost?
To be regained?
Oh yeah, I guess for gained lost there.
I believe it is also a day. Or actual rest. Isn't you fucking sitting down?
I just sits down while I'm just walking.
Yeah, fatigue goes away with time. Each 10 minutes of normal rest, not counting states of unconsciousness, that includes no combat, no psychic powers, no other strenuous activity, removes 1 level of fatigue. Full hour rest will remove all levels of fatigue.
Hellstrom's repose. We are southeast of you, or south of you, moving southeast. I'm sure you saw a downed a breaching ship in the sky. We'll need fire support immediately. Halstrom's repose. Your salvation has come.
Salvation, he calls it. When all he offers is hope.
You hear a woman's voice come over the box. She says, "Come again, identify yourself. Who's this?"
The mailed fist of the Emperor. Theros cuts his vox.
Alright.
I think they still don't know who we are.
Doesn't matter.
They
They know.
Think the Admiral told them?
Something just.
They're trying to contact the Obsidian breach over the box. You can hear the chatter
They saw.
as the guardsmen are getting ready. The penal battalion is getting ready to exit the ship and try to make it to the fortress.
Yeah, ready guess. They saw a burning light streaking through the sky, and then they got a radio transmission telling them salvation has come in the form of the Emperor's mailed fist. They will assume that's Space Marines. They won't know it's the Deathwatch.
Yeah, fair enough.
And they probably thought it was a dropship, not a downing, not a breaching ship. They probably thought it was a drop pod, not a down breaching ship.
Oh, you can't hear how hard I'm laughing at this whole fucking adventure.
Let's just get to that fucking transport. Alright? It's not over. I need a fucking towel.
Oh god. Oh god, Emperor.
So now it's a race between you and the freebooters who were massing on the other side of the fortress to get to the down drop ship.
How far away are we?
You are roughly 2 kilometers away at this point from the fortress. You're on the edge of the airfield.
So we're 1 kilometer away from the dropship.
Yep.
Okay.
It's large. I posted a picture of it in chat earlier.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sprint. If I get seen, I get seen. I'm gonna try to be as inconspicuous as possible, but I'm sprinting down the far side of it. I imagine I'm keeping enough distance that if I got shot, it would be a very, very lucky shot to hit me, especially since the fact I'm running.
All of the orcs' attention is on the ship at the moment, and the fire coming from it.
Yeah, okay, I'm just fucking sprinting. Arvat, Arvat, go ahead if you have to.
I guess I'll be the there.
We just need to get there, keep them safe, and keep them alive. Every single man there can man guns, man emplacements. We need everything we can get.
As you're running towards the ship, the ramps blow on the sides and come slamming down, and penal battalion troops come pouring out. The front section opens up, and chimeras start rolling out.
Chimera?
Chimeras?
How many chimeras?
They were
Not
never
enough.
supposed to land.
Not enough to be useful.
Wait, they've only got 100 troops.
They have 300 troops.
No, the orcs.
Who, the orcs?
Yeah, you said the orcs were around about 100 in number.
Yeah, there's only around about 100, but then I also told you that there's the rest of the orcs are making their way here now, swarming around the fortress.
Will someone get in touch with that goddamn Obsidian's breach and tell them to make a tactical withdrawal towards the fort?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do.
Where's Casting? Is he showing up yet, or is he still hidden somewhere? I was wondering when he's gonna pop up. don't tell us if he's not popping up yet, but I was just wondering if he's going to be popping up with dropshipper.
That's okay, Castian was wondering too.
No, Castian's on the dropship. Go ahead and describe if you're fighting your way down the ramp or if you've commandeered a Chimera. The Chimeras are full of supplies, by the way, for the guards and to relief.
Yeah, I think my
I am going to be using
robots. I'll be right back.
suppression fire with my heavy bolter to keep as many orc heads down as possible while we extricate. I'm also ordering the crew to strap crack grenades to the fuel cells so that we can blow this when we're clear.
Alright.
What are you doing?
Had to disconnect real quick.
Yeah, my Discord just went like every moment's robots.
Okay.
Yep.
So we are almost. I guess we don't even know Castian's there yet.
Nope. Well, you can see him. You're running towards it. He's on the ramp firing, so you have spotted him.
It appears we have more than just this penal legion. Or penal battalion, cousins.
A battle brother, savior from the start, or our demise.
And I do admit I did not expect to see armor with them. Things are looking up already, eh? He coughs out a little bit of blood inside his helmet. What a beautiful night.
The Chimeras are clearly laden with supplies strapped all over the holes, while their multi-lasers are firing.
I just keep on sprinting. I'm fucking machining ahead. The weight of my boots tearing into the, what sort of terrain are we on? Is it grass, desert, woods? I imagine it to be green and with bushes and shit after that map. I don't know if it's
Well,
nice
it's
or
still
not.
the scrabbly rock, so there are like bushes and shrubs around, but it's mostly just arid.
Okay. Well, I imagine my boots are at least slamming into the ground and making at least a noticeable amount of damage. It's locked into running, setting my pace, and sprinting heavily.
You hear a voice over the box. Come in, kill team. This is Lucius Verus of the... What did you guys name the Penal Legion?
Obsidian Breach.
This is Overseer Lucius Verus of Obsidian Breach. We're making a break for the fortress.
We'll be with you momentarily. We're about half click south of you, heading up on the far side. It's nice to see you're still alive.
Which one was this one, brother? Was this one the rat? I want to know the rat.
The rat was the pilot, cousin.
You're the rat.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. I have no idea.
You keep running.
Of course. Of course. Is there anything we can assist with, Overseer?
No, I'm currently trying to resupply the fortress. I'm in the Chimera.
Well, you're not too far away from the fortress. Everything should be fine.
We can make a break for it, and the men are coming in behind with Kern, the other overseer assigned to this mission.
Advance with the armor protecting the troops. Move as fast as you can, but do not break formation. The second you break formation, there's very likely going to be overrun. There's Starties that's with you.
Yes, my lord. He cuts the box.
Castian, is that you?
Taros, good to hear from you again, brother.
That's nice of you to show up. We seem to have a little bit of interference here. There's a few green hordes showing up. Nasty business, all in all. How was your
It
trip?
would be boring otherwise.
Previous history.
And we met once.
I am going to climb on the roof of the rearmost chimera and mag boot myself down so that I can keep firing on the orcs to keep their heads down.
All right.
Theros, we've rigged the dropship to explode. We're going to wait until we are clear and the orcs move forward. Hopefully that will draw some of their attention.
I hope you left some teeth in that dropship.
Is there any medical supplies there?
We have lots of supplies of various types in the chimera.
I'm wondering if we should try and get that remaining last cannon off the dropship if there's any point. I guess we'll wait until we're passing nearby and see how far the horde is. We'll catch up with you as soon as we can.
You
You have a tech marine with you?
No.
No.
No apothecary,
Then-
no tech marine.
Leave the last cannon.
Yeah, you're likely right. I'm sure there's more in there. We'll be with you as soon as we can. Try and keep those men alive.
Copy.
The penal soldiers are moving at the trap behind the chimeras who are keeping pace.
How far do you think are we around away from the convoy? I imagine we're gaining on them, even if they are moving with the speed we move at. And in fact,
Yeah.
Arvek, would he not be getting quite close to them?
You should always be at the front.
You guys are going by the listing transport right now. They're coming out the front.
Are the Penal Legion not all out of it yet?
No, they're all out of it except for the dregs who just got off the ship.
Okay.
So-
Hey, do we have any servitors amongst us, or is it just the Penal Battalion and these Chimera, with which are unexpected?
Other than the servitors that are hardwired into the ship to perform certain functions, there's no specific general task servitors about.
Gotcha.
Ferris gives a glance in the rear of the hull as the drags of the Penal Legion come out. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. May your machine spirit rest well. And he carries on, moving up the line, keeping his head down as best he can, but not worrying too much at this point. He's quite sufficiently running out of his reservoir of fucks. It's a bit beat up, kinda just needs a coffee.
As you're going by the last of the Penal Battalion disembarking, you notice the Overseer Kern with his shock stick gesturing at certain men who appear to be wearing bulkier flak vests.
Fuck.
These men take off towards the orc lines, screaming prayers to the Emperor.
Human bombs.
They're not ours, are they?
Yeah, they are.
How many did you send off?
Sends off 2 groups of 3.
That's not too bad, I guess. Overseer, did we take any losses on the way down here?
6, he looks quickly to you and says 63 men
63. Don't
out
send
of 300.
63.
Don't send any more off to their death after these. We're gonna need everyone we have. Let's see if those you just sent off are gonna get anywhere near the lines.
As you're talking, one of the men detonates.
I assume he's nowhere near the orc line.
No, that one was not.
Say, Theros kind of just rolls his eyes inside his helmet, unbeknownst to the Overseer, and just kind of carries on at half speed up the line.
At least the ordnance was good.
I'm going to keep my eye on the dropship, and once the orcs start swarming it, I'm going to blow it.
All right. The overseer says some crimes, my lord, can never truly be repented. As the men charge off, as if that's answer enough in itself.
It's not about whether or not they can be repented for it, Overseer. It's about when they do it. And right now, we need to get these men inside those walls. Thros makes his way towards the front of the line to make sure nothing is obstructing their way. Is there any reaction from this fortress yet?
Other than just the intensity of the gunfire coming out as the orcs swarm around now. They can't afford to send men out.
That's fine, as long as we're increasing the fire rate in our direction, that's all I was really looking for. I was hoping for some ordnance or something, but oh well.
Yeah, no, there are 4 guns firing.
Okay. Well,
General Chaos, the fighter bombers are coming in to do a run on the ship.
Let them blow up the ship.
Can anyone get in touch with that
Okay.
fort? Can this fort take out this? Castian, how's your eye at moving targets?
I was previously a Thunderhawk gunner. Not a problem.
We need to take care of those bombers. They're going to harass us the entire way. It's the only thing that's kind of going to be any kind of threat to us as we keep the rest suppressed. If you can hit their cockpits at all, please do take the chance.
I'll raise my heavy bolter to the sky and see what I can do.
I think he's the only one that's got the range apart from these tanks, and they're not going to hit anything at this rate.
I'll concentrate my fire on the bombers as they come into the dropship, because that's the most predictable line of fire.
All right. As the bombers come in, they open up with their big shooters. Drop their bombs on the first ship drops his bombs on the down drop ship, causing gouts of flame to shoot out and large holes to be opened up in the hull. The distant sound of orcs cheering and the dull thud of explosive vests going off.
Oh.
I thought those bombs were inaccurate.
The fighter bombers are continuing their strafing run towards your column that you guys are now trotting behind.
They must be getting pretty close, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking... They're diving down on it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe,
The second they get within 40 meters, I'm throwing a blood lance up there.
oh,
And I'm pretty sure Castian will get a shot before them with his heavy bolter.
Yeah, I'm hitting them at 150.
Alright.
maybe we should all just take pot shots at this point.
If you're
Yep.
in
I mean, I'm not gonna do initiative if you guys want to figure out your order.
If you're in range,
Let's
then
go.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, if it's in regards to order, I imagine that Castian would have opened up long before anyone else.
Yeah, longest range to shortest range.
Let's just do it in the order that people are in chat right now. So Cassian goes first, then Hojo, then Ice, then Saint.
Sounds good.
Whoa.
Why does that look weird? What's your ballistic skill?
50.
So you get 6 hits, fucking hell. So 2 hits. 2 hits with a heavy bolt, ain't too bad.
Well, and they can be aimed because I'm sitting back, so that gives me a plus 10, right?
I believe aim is plus 10.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't give him any additional hits because 66 was the closest.
Ah, yeah, totally. So yeah, so you got 2 hits.
It's still pretty good.
It's better than none. They're just fighter bombers. They're not the most armored things in the world by any means.
Yeah, so if you want to go ahead and roll damage on those.
My browser just moved on me. Alright, I'm back.
3 of the suicide vests, by the way, hit the orc lines.
We're gonna lose all of these guys.
Yeah, if that overseer keeps sending those off against my order. I've already got to kill the pilot once we get inside the walls.
He just sent 3.
Yeah.
You didn't just send 3. The original 6 went out, and I rolled to see, and 3 of them got shot before they made it there, and 3 of them hit the orc lines.
Okay.
Just background information.
As long as he doesn't send any more. Well, he can send more, but I'll probably take an arm or something.
This is tearing ammo, so I roll twice and the lowest is dropped.
Right.
There you go.
So he rolled a...
There you go.
So 21, 22 with one of them.
Yep.
First one.
Take the 22, roll another 10.
All
yeah,
right.
Right.
Extra damage, baby.
Okay. So now I got to roll for the other shot that hit. Seventeens for both of those. And I have +2 damage for ranged attacks. So that was actually a 24 and a 19. Pin is 5.
All right. As you let rip with your heavy bolter from the back of the Chimera, a lot of the shots go wide, but 2 of them hit, striking the left-hand engine of one of the fighter bombers, causing it to go up and the fighter bomber to spin out of control, crashing into the ground and exploding.
Strike 1. Who's next?
Next is Radagast.
Boy, oh boy, what is this? Standard ballistic skill test?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Alright. Yep. Completely missed. That's pretty standard.
You once again pull out your slug throwing pistol and take hip shots.
I haven't had that for a while.
Thought you still had it.
But I should keep it. You know what? Fuck it. Roll with it.
Oh, you stole a slugger from an orc. That's what you're using right now.
Special shooter. But now I don't know what I'm doing.
Ice.
He's off some round.
This.
You want to fire your pistol?
How far away are they?
Don't worry about it.
It's the fighter bombers coming in for a strafe.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna say I could fire my flamer, but never mind.
Nah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was. Yeah, I'll fire my pistol, I guess. I hit him? Or.
Yeah, you hit him.
You did.
Nice.
Did you use a burst?
Nah, I just. Single fire.
Okay.
Watch him roll 2 10s.
Oh,
14
Oh.
damage.
no big money though.
Better than nothing.
You could have done something silly like blew up a plane.
I could
before
jump at
hit
it.
them.
I could run into it.
What's that roll?
So,
I'm testing a macro to make rolling faster.
So how much does that ice do any damage?
He hits, but he doesn't really do any damage. The round pings off the cockpit, breaking one of the windows. The orc punches his fist through it to clear out the rest of the broken glass.
With a hand on the side of the front chimera, Theros pulls himself, making it look almost weightless, as he flips himself onto the top of the chimera, and with one swinging movement, lifts his hand up, trying to summon Bloodlance once again. And failing. I didn't roll double digits. It was unfettered, but I don't get perils unless I roll double digits. I failed that, so I don't summon anything. His lips peel back from his teeth below his helmet, and baring his fang.
man, our rolls are terrible.
We got one bomber now. It's more than I expected us to get.
Alright, as the bomber gets closer, the other one having crashed and having already discharged its bombs, it unleashes its rockets on the column.
Oh,
Can I take a reaction shot with my plasma gun to try and shoot the missiles
no, you are not
With
in
like,
Overwatch.
with like a massive penalty? So I've got to roll like 20.
Roll. Roll me a D100.
I rolled a 17.
You
What
can
is
take
this?
that shot.
Fucking plasma burst goes off, shooting a few plasma rounds towards the missiles in hope to try and get them
Alright.
blind. If anything, the accuracy came from the frustration of the searing burning in his palm from the failed spell.
House and mouse
Fire raging in
bullshit.
his chest a little out of frustration of his shit rolls. I should say those were at the missiles themselves, of course, not at the ship or the bomber. What happens?
So you fired, right? You took a shot?
I fired blindly at those missiles, and I rolled a 17 of a D100.
Alright, so the D100 was to see if I would allow you to take that shot.
Oh, so I've got to roll the shot now.
Yep.
45.
What does that mean?
Well, My ballistic skill is 33. I thought the 17 meant I hit the shot, but I missed. So I took the shot and I missed. I thought I had.
Yep.
I thought I just had an awesome epic shot moment, but I did not.
Those 4 missiles come screaming in. 2 of them go wide, but 2 of them do not.
Where about in the column are they hitting?
About midway.
Frustration overtakes you, brother.
And I am throwing out these rolls because I don't want to kill anyone right now.
How high can I jump?
Oh my god, that was ridiculous. I just rolled 3 10s. I'm not keeping that.
No, I don't mind, man. If that's what the dice gods say.
That's what the dice do.
One of the rockets slams directly into the ground, taking out a group of 4 guardsmen. 4 of the penal guardsmen. Just obliterating them, knocking everyone else around down to the ground. The other missile seems to, of its own volition, turn 90 degrees to the ground and streak straight into the back of one of the chimeras.
How's that Chimera's armor? How's the damage on that missile?
It fucking. House.
10-4.
That's not too bad. But his rear armor? Like, Chimera's, I imagine, are quite hefty, and Pen 4 is not a lot, so that's not too bad at all, actually. It's the same as a frag.
Hold on, how much damage? I know you said Pen 4, but
See if there's a better rocket profile.
Pen 4 is kind of a frag rocket, which is to be expected, though, I guess, because it's a bomber.
yeah, anti-personnel and such, but
Yeah, anti-personnel hitting the back of a Chimera. His rear armor, only Pen 4. No, that's...
I
sounds
mean,
good.
Chimera's have like stupid high amounts of armor.
So far, we have lost 63 Imperial Guard on the drop, 6 Suicide Bomber Imperial Guard, and 4 from a missile from the missile rocket strike from the bomber. 73 Imperial.
If only there was that anti-aircraft fire. We have 60 more.
I know, Arvek.
It's all good.
Alright. The Chimera is heavily damaged, blowing the back left track off. However, it is smoking. It did not explode. Smoke and the crew come flying out as hatches are blown. The crew evacuates.
How many guns has that thing got?
Chimera?
Yeah.
It's got the multi-laser.
It's got the multi-laser on top.
And what is that? What sort of damage does that do?
Pretty decent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
3D
Biggest loss is the supplies.
Yeah.
Gather what you can, cousins. Theros jumps down and grabs one of the Imperials that are running away from the Chimera, pulling him back a little bit so his eyes meet the cracked visor of his helmet. It is an honor to die serving the Emperor. It is an honor. You will stay with the multi-laser. You have been chosen for great honor.
Are you trying to order the guardsman, the Penal Legion trooper, to stay with the las cannon?
I have ordered the Penal Legion trooper, and I've tried to encourage him with an honor from an Astartes.
Right,
You
my
mean
lord,
the,
yes. It goes back to the Chimera.
Radagast runs
Nodding
over.
gravely.
Radagast runs over, hops atop the Chimera, and picks up the Penal Legionnaire. I command you to ignore that Astartes. Pointless death is pointless. You will fight.
He will fight. Belay that order.
Karen orders the penal troops coming up to grab what they can. Every man to grab something. And to keep moving.
Hands full are useful hands, Theros.
We sent 6 towards their death. 63 lost on drop, and 4 just a moment ago. If one more can save every single one of the rest of them, then it is an honor to serve.
You will understand, we did not do that.
But we will do this.
You will do this.
Indeed I will. The order has been given. We move.
As the fighter bomber streaks overhead, after making its pass, you see AA come out from the fort and cut it down.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Figured they were close enough and the rolls were pretty good.
We have a multi-laser shielding our retreat.
Yep, you do have a cloud of dust coming up behind you.
We have to move.
And you guys the fort gates are opening. The lead chimeras within like 50 yards.
We can detonate what's left of the dropship.
Alright.
Hopefully by now there's orcs climbing on it.
Yeah, it's surrounded by orcs right now.
Fucking Marines Malevolent tries to save Penal Legion. What the fuck is happening?
You're trying to kill them.
I am not killing him. I'm letting him die in service so the rest of the Penal Legion can live.
Why? That hole.
You're supposed to be wanting to
different-
shoot them. What the fuck are you doing?
There's bigger fish. That hole is not that much different from this bigger hole. Why do you not want him to die in the bigger hole?
Because this way everyone else can die in the bigger hole. Without him there's a decent chance that not everyone else will die in the bigger hole and more will die here.
You're full of shit. And you just slowed him down just a little bit.
A little bit, maybe just enough.
I disagree.
Somewhere, Captain Smigag screams my wreck as the dropship goes up in flames, tearing itself to pieces in the explosion.
That just some kind of psychic backlash that Theros feels or something?
Just background information. He likes looting.
I was really hoping that the psychic winds would strike again and the feeling of doom and gloom happens all over again. Just not for us.
How accurate was that roll, by the way? Because you guys got fucked up in that fight.
We did. Let's get the fuck inside these walls already. Jesus Christ.
Let's make it into the fortress. The overjoyed commander is there to greet you and direct the chimeras to the vehicle bay.
Commander, is there any way you think you can get that chimera back in here safely? Its track is blown off.
He looks at the damaged vehicle and says, there's not much point.
It's not what I asked you.
No.
And close the doors.
Almost trust brothers.
Alright, do you want to call it there?
Man, I'm fucking blasted. It's been fucking hours.
I know. No, Fellhammer just got into the action, but...
I'm sorry, fella.
Hey,
But
I
it's
killed
been
more
hours.
than some of you.
Oh, no,
It's true, he rolled extremely well compared.
Yeah, but we have killed a lot tonight.
It's been hours. I have no desire to roleplay anymore.
We have killed so many tonight.
The bed looks like a cheeseburger. Oh,
He kept
Yeah.
asking for rougher missions.
Oh no, I really like it.
A little bit of foreshadowing as the captain's screaming about his wreck. He suddenly stops and looks to the closest knob to him and says, "Do you hear that clacking?"
Clacking?
Yeah. You hear all that clacking? Gribblies.
Captain, set your artillery on that chimera. When the orcs overrun it, light it up, please. We'll give the man every last shot he has. But once his last shot has been fired, focus fire all artillery on the area and take down as many greenskins as we can. And then his servitude will be done.
The fort guns open up, destroying the Chimera.
Did he take a lot down with him?
You don't know. You can't really see. It's been overrun at this point. So the orcs are pulling off, unwilling to lose any more men in the pursuit.
I figured they'd be looting the thing if we left it there. And at least this way we'd have killed more.
They're swarming over the burning wreck, still trying to loot pieces off of that, but most will get out of that as scrap now.
So now we prepare for our defense. Hopefully we'll have done enough to get the attention of this sub-warlord, this knob.
Yep. Captain.
I'm sure we've got his attention now.
So, do I know what the mission of the Penal Legions was?
They're just here to help secure the fort. The ultimate mission is to kill the Luda captain. The freebooter captain.
Yeah, I imagine that you would have been told on your briefing before you were sent down with them. But they were basically a Penal Legion sent on a suicide mission.
And Theros is in charge of this mission.
I am. I wanted to avoid the Malevolent controlling the battalions because the Malevolent was likely to kill them all. But having said that, now we're in the mission, he seems to be very touchy-feely over them.
the irony.
I know,
little bit of background about the mission, because you missed the briefing and all that. We're on the Greyhail front, next to the Tau Enclave, on Orthia, the mining planet. There's a Tyranid incursion in progress, with Splinter Fleet fighting in orbit with the Imperial Navy, and the Tau had convinced a bunch of orc freebooters to come in and try to destabilize the Imperial resistance. hoping that they can just clear up both forces in the end. And the captain,
Alrighty.
who's under pressure, or the orc captain who's here to loot the fort, and is under pressure to just like get in there and go. That's why they haven't really built any trenches or anything. They just kind of had a couple of guns in place. Now he has to attack and get the hell out.
So you guys know when you're going to be playing next?